Alrighty, so now that you understand how to create a repeat with something as simple as a circle, let's turn it up a notch. So what I'm going to do is Command-Shift-P. I'm going to place something into the Adobe Illustrator artboard, Command-Shift-P. Now, let's do something like this. This is, again, something that I drew on my iPad and then saved and brought into the computer. So what you're going to do is you're going to notice if I have this, you see the X in here? If I go up and try to use this to create a pattern, it's not gonna let me because you have to embed the object first. And basically what that means is when you embed something, you're just transferring over the data and like placing the full data of the image within the Illustrator document. So the simplest way to do that is if you just look to the right, just click embed. I'm not sure if you could, yeah, so all right, that's the easiest way. So just embed, okay, and you're good, you're straight. The X disappears and you can move forward. So with the mushroom selected, we're gonna come up object, pattern, make. Okay, you can see it's been added to the swatches panel here. So let's get into it. So basically every time I make a pattern or a repeat, I come in and just kind of mess around for a little, see what I like, and just kind of do what intuitively feels right as far as orientation and stuff like that. So I come in, usually I start by playing around with the different orientations. I really like the way that looks right there already. So before I do anything further, I'm just gonna go ahead, save a copy, just do mushroom 1, and it's gonna save automatically in the swatches panel so I can keep going. So let's see, that looks awesome. That looks pretty cool too. Save a copy. 2, and it automatically just goes into the swatches panel. And, okay. So another thing you can do is I'm going to go ahead and shrink this. Command C, Command F, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click, transform, and reflect it, so we can start to get a little bit more dynamic in here. You can see that you kind of got to do some work as far as like orienting these, where they don't overlap, or where, you know, there's not a lot of. If you want to work with more than one, you just change the orientation or the tile type. So I'm not really feeling any of these, because you'll notice that as you do this, the depending on the shape of the objects you're using will determine like the kind of repeat you can do. So let's Command C, Command F. Let's play some more. What we're gonna do? Let's flip this bad boy upside down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey guys, so I realized that during the editing of this video that a nice chunk, maybe a minute or two, got cut out. Basically what you're seeing now is I decided on a repeat. I added a color background to it just by making a colored square behind it. I shrank the scale down, and what you're seeing here is I got a sudden inspiration to make a skateboard deck mock-up to see what this would look like on a skateboard. So again, sorry for the technical difficulties, but I just figured I'd come in and let you know what's going on. Back to the video. You're getting some behind the scenes of how I come up with designs and create art. Oops, I'm gonna go ahead and actually do this to make it easier on myself. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating like a mock-up skateboard deck, because I think this would be, or like a snowboard deck, if you will. Nope, let's actually, this is like some real behind-the-scenes footage, guys. Command C, Command F, and I'm just kind of, instead of trying to make the one shape of a skateboard, I'm just using the pen tool and the join tool to kind of create the shape. So it's all nice, perfect, and symmetrical. So that's one thing I always wanted to make, was skateboards and like snowboards. I always thought that'd be really cool. And now that I have the knowledge that I have now, if I wanted to, I could do that. So watch this. Group everything. Boom! That's so cool. So then, this is some real behind the scenes right now. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, you know, inspiration hits you when you're least expecting it. So then I would do something like that or something. And there you go. That simple. You know. So there you go. Once you understand how to create repeats, you can do some really cool stuff. Like I just created a potential skateboard or snowboard deck for the future based from this one image that I drew on the iPad. So you can really see the really interesting things. I'm like blown away by my own genius right now. I'm super hyped right now about this repeat. So very cool. So hope you enjoyed watching that, little behind the scenes things. This is a little bit more advanced than just doing the circles. So with that, let's get into even more advanced ways to use the pattern making function.